Hey everyone, it is Miss Janine here, and it is Wednesday. Goodness, what day are we even on? February 10th. It's Ash Wednesday. So, couple things. Some of you are making good use of the Ash Gear Instructor. Some of you are trying to use it as a place to bully me, and that will not be tolerated. So, do not think that you can bully me into being lenient and not using the grading rubric for you, because that's not fair to everybody else. So again, I've created lots of videos with the grading rubric. Many of you are getting hundreds. Many of you are getting A's each week. So again, grading rubric set up by the school, not me. My job is to follow it just as if you were in the workplace and are expected to follow an employee handbook, employee safety regs, and do your job correctly. Preparing you for the real world is what's going on here. So please, don't think, quit sending me emails asking me to look the other way when you don't hit the wickets, because I'm not going to look the other way. Sorry. Not the way it works here. I'm held to a standard and I'm holding you to a standard. So please, no more nastiness at me on the grading rubric. Great questions on what's due this week, where to post. Let's look at the weeks tab. I've got week 5 already open. Here's our discussion question. Make sure you're answering all of these components. What is organizational commitment? How is the organizational commitment related to the age of the employee? And remember, we've got many decades now working. We've got 20-somethings, we've got teens, we've got 30, 40, 50, on up into their 80s still working. So lots of different generations in the workplace. So talk about that. What can companies do to increase employee loyalty? Again, it's actually even saying refer to the supplemental reading. And if you're currently working, what affects your personal loyalty? If you're not working, you can still address this by what makes you loyal to maybe a brand or to someplace you may volunteer. Think outside the box. Again, follow the grading rubric. Minimum 150 words. The best posts do not focus on the word count, and you know by now who's probably getting the hundreds because you see the quality in their posts. They're giving me 2 if not 3 references. Again, I didn't make up the grading rubric. It's there for me to use to be fair when I'm grading you. It's right there. I've created the videos. Minimum 2 references. Engage with each other. Again, you do not have to be online for hours every day. Set a timer or on your lunch hour or pick a time. Jump in, look at the discussions. 10 minutes is all you need probably to reply to one peer, because you want to hit that engaging with me and 3 peers over 4 days. Some of you are doing 20, 18 engagements. You're doing a lot, but you're doing them all on the same day. And when you look at the grading rubric, it asks, how many days did you engage? So please space them out. Now, if you're running at the last minute, then, yikes. But try to get in there every day. All right, let's look at what we got due this week. Activities. Got some extra stuff. Portfolio project peer review. It is the rough draft, no later than the 3rd day of the week. Alrighty, if you haven't done it, get it in. Get it in. Rough draft. Don't make it, and again, here's the grading rubric from the rough draft. 2 to 3 pages, not including title and reference, appropriate in-text citations and reference lists, and at least 3 resources. Well-developed paragraph structure, spelling, punctuation. Again, you must give feedback to 2 classmates. Do not make this, oh, it's wonderful, when they haven't done anything. Get in there and say, don't forget your in-text citations. Look at your reference list. Look at how you're doing this. I think it may be wrong. I'll go ahead and post some resources for you. Grammarly, Purdue OWL, I've probably shared these with many of you already. When I'm grading each week, I'll post those. Refer to the portfolio rubric. Again, it's got its own rubric. That's how I grade. So again, this is where you give each other feedback. I'm going to hold my feedback on this until I grade. So look for, when I grade, you've got to get in there. Don't just look at the first screen that pops up with the grade I gave you. Click to see my actual in-depth comments. That's where I'll be grading. So again, I'm holding off on grading this because I want you to help each other first, and then I'll get in there and grade. The drug and alcohol activity, somebody asked where to post it this week. It is not due until the end of week 7. So I know another one of you jumped in and answered that. Thank you very much. Because remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays I teach for Campbell University from basically I leave my house at 4 p.m. and don't get home till 10:30 at night. So thank you for answering that for your peer. Again, this grading rubric right here, in at least 350 words, answer these 3 items. Well, actually, kind of got a fourth over here. Why did you do, and what did you do and why? So again, make sure you're answering this. But again, week 6 is when it's due, but you get to start doing it now. All right. And let's see if I can keep going back here. All right, the weekly reflection. Again, don't be snotty at me about this. It's due at the end of the week, 75 words. You've got 2 things here. So let me try to move this out of the way. You've got a couple things here. In 75, you got 2 questions. So do 2 different paragraphs, please. It makes it easier. Describe main points or ideas you learned this week. This means from everything, the reading and the textbook and the supplemental article. It doesn't mean just the article. This is where some of you have been losing points. How did your interactions with classmates and or your instructor build upon your learning? So you've got 2 parts to that first 75 words. And honestly, if you do a good job, you're not worrying about 75 words. Again, the people that are getting the hundreds are giving me a couple pages, APA format, using in-text citations. They're really stepping up to the plate and performing at a very high level. So again, when it talks main points, ideas, I encourage you to open the textbook and look at the key concepts. Look back to my questions to every one of you. I'm usually pulling from the textbook to keep you going deeper. And the reason I do this is specifically for the reflections and for the midterm and the final exam, so you're prepared to know things that you were supposed to read. Next part. In at least 75 words from this week's learning, describe which main point you found most important. Now that does mean 1, but you can do more than 1. Identify how it relates to your life, community, and career. Some of you have been not relating it. You've just been going on a tangent, but you don't bring in this final point. So again, make sure you're getting all of these in there. So that's what's due this week. Again, the drug and alcohol is not due this week. You can start on it, so don't overwhelm yourself, because you do have the portfolio project draft peer review, plus you've got your regular discussion and the reflection. So we're running into the time now where the tempo is increasing. Time management is much more critical. If you are behind, please get in there and at least try to catch up on a few things this week. The further you fall behind, the worse off it is. That's all I can say. You will earn points. Great question by someone who started the class late. Should she still reply to people when she does her discussion post? Yes, Post to the discussion and reply. Let me see that you've replied so I can give you some points. Some points are better than no points. Again, attitude. A positive attitude. We're into the Lenten season starting today. You know, it's a good reminder about humility. We don't need to walk through life with the sad face, asking for everybody to feel sorry for us. I've been, for my business doing some blogging this week and working on some things, and the mantra has kind of been straighten the tutu, or straighten your tiara, fluff up your tutu, and get off the pity pot. You cannot be successful if you are sitting on the pity pot, wanting to feel sorry for yourself, asking everyone around you to feel sorry for you. It's not going to work. You've got to, no matter how much you've got on your plate right now, how horrible life may seem, you've got to be positive. It's all in the mindset. I told you, I was a single mom with 3 kids working at the Pentagon for the Secretary of the Navy, on call 7 days a week while doing my undergrad with Park University, which was accelerated classes, the 4-hour chunk at night. So I've been where you are. You are college students. You are supposed to be exhausted. You are supposed to not have any free time. That's just the way it is. So again, straighten the tiara, fluff up that tutu, and get off the pity pot. Embrace these challenges, because when you graduate and walk across that stage, you are going to be so proud of yourself that you did it. And you are setting a wonderful example for friends, family, your children, if you have children, that you can do whatever you set out to do. I know many of you are working full-time. Some of you are working several jobs. So again, it's an accomplishment. It's not meant to be easy. So, I keep hating to harp on the grading rubric. I did not create it. I am supporting it. It is there to push you and actually prepare you. This is a 300 level course. Many of you are going to be going on to master's programs, and you've got to be ready. This is preparing you to succeed in work and academically as you continue to move forward. So everyone have an amazing day. I know this video, I'm looking at the time, just went extremely long, but I hope you heed some of my thoughts, some of my comments. Again, guys, I know you don't wear tiaras and tutus, but you know what I'm saying. If you're wearing a cowboy hat or a ball cap, it's about attitude. Adopt a positive attitude. Get a little sass in your step with pride, and embrace these challenges of the grading rubric, of the hectic schedule. And again, the tempo is getting quick. We're into week 5. We've got a lot due in the next couple weeks, so please put a smile on your face. Don't look like gloomy Gus. Don't be a Debbie Downer or negative Nelly. And please, if you've been trying to bully me, stop. Stop the bullying. Everyone have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.